Tonight on Monday Night Raw, we get the much-awaited, long-awaited rematch between Sami Zayn and Chad Gable from the Gauntlet match a few weeks ago, where Sami Zayn ended up becoming the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Champion, then Intercontinental Champion Gunther, and then he went out to WrestleMania Night 1 in a fantastic match, finally ended Gunther's title reign at 666 days. Now, obviously, there have been some nods to the Rocky storyline, of course. That whole walkthrough in the back prior to their match, Sami Zayn encountering his wife, his child. I believe he also saw Kevin Owens right before he went out, cheering him on. But obviously, the biggest segment was the one involving his brand new coach, Chad Gable of the Alpha Academy, telling him that he had it and that he wasn't going out there to cheer him on ringside. But guess what? He owed him a favor, much like the end of Rocky 3 with Rocky and Apollo. Well, it's time to pay up because tonight that favor is cashed in. Sami Zayn defends his Intercontinental Championship against Chad Gable in what I can only assume will be the main event of Monday Night Raw tonight. Now, I'm going to make this as simple, as quick, and as easy as I possibly can. By no means necessary. Absolutely not. Should Chad Gable and Sami Zayn's title reign tonight on Monday Night Raw. There's absolutely no way that happens. And again, we never know. It's pro wrestling. They might have a story down the line. Again, I like to say I'm open-minded to it, but it just has to pay off exactly the perfect way, or exactly a great way down the line for it to work, and I just don't see that happening. Instead, I would much rather them have a very competitive 10, 15, 20-minute match, main event, back and forth, counter after counter. They know each other so well. But Chad Gable hasn't taught Sami Zayn everything, and Sami Zayn hasn't showed everything that he knows to Chad Gable. That's a story that I'm expecting to be told inside the Squirt Circle today. But after it's all said and done, Sami Zayn, once again, by the skin of his teeth, much like in the Gauntlet, he gets the win over Chad Gable 1, 2, 3, whether it be a roll-up, whether it be an inside cradle. That's entirely up to what they want to do. But Sami Zayn needs to retain his Intercontinental Championship tonight. And that's just based off of the fact that Sami Zayn ended the longest reign in the championship's history, and to just hold it for 2 weeks doesn't quite seem right. Again, it might work down the line if the story pays off, but right now, without 2020 hindsight, without knowing what they're going to do in the future, that's where I'm steering towards. Now, after the match is over, of course, Sami Zayn tries to console Chad Gable, much like he did during that Gauntlet match. And this time, Chad Gable turns on Sami Zayn. Chad Gable turns heel against Sami Zayn, which gives him another rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. Whether it be a Backlash or after that, I don't know. But we need to add an extra layer to the story. We need to add an extra animosity to this entire story arc, because Chad Gable's been chasing that Intercontinental Championship since fall of last year, and he's failed time and time again, and he is still human. Therefore, he's able to succumb to these types of decisions. And again, it might not happen, but I really don't see any other way this story can continue if you don't actually have the championship change hands tonight, which again, let me reiterate, that is not the way to go, in my opinion. That's just my humble opinion. That's not what I would personally do. I would try to keep that championship on Sami Zayn until Backlash, maybe until the May pay-per-view. then have it drop, then you drop it to Chad Gable again. It all depends on how you tell stories. They don't have to be long title reigns. Long title reigns are pretty predictable. They're pretty boring. If you make every single championship reign about it being long and fighting champion and defending and being able to retain a title by interference or whatever. Long championship reigns, short championship reigns, all that matters is the execution of the story and how it is conveyed on screen. So with that said, what are your thoughts? Do you think Chad Gable walks out Intercontinental Champion tonight? Do you think he should? Do you think he turns on Sami Zayn? If he doesn't, do you think that'd be the correct move? Do you think nothing happens? Do you think maybe Sami Zayn retains his title? They shake hands in the middle of the ring, and they go their separate ways. Sami Zayn moves on to a different challenger at Backlash or whatever, and then who knows? But you already know my thoughts on this entire situation. I'd like to know yours, so go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. With that said, I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.